What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Leadership Lean In. I'm telling you, I have been traveling the last few weeks. I was in Missouri. I was in San Diego on Saturday, and multiple people, I'm telling you, maybe up to 4 or 5, leaned in and said, Pastor Chad, I'm a leaner. We are a small, little, itty bitty nation, but by golly, as promised, progress. We're getting better. Thank you so much for being a part of this little tribe called Leadership Lean In Nation. We are trying our darndest just to get a little bit better at the subject of leading. The greatest felt need in the whole world is leadership. Your home needs you to lead. Your team needs you to lead. Your life needs you to lead. Leadership is the felt need. And so we're going to do our best to try and get better and improve. We cannot promise perfection, but by golly, gosh darn it, we can promise progress. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. Hit the subscribe button wherever you are tuning in from. Let us know where you're leaning in from. If you feel comfortable, I would never ask, ever in a million years, I would never ask for the real estate of your feed. But would you consider using, you don't have to. Consider using your story. Invite people in to journey with us as we improve in the subject of leadership. Today, I am jumping in to talk about being on guard. They say that defense wins championships. By the way, we started NBA. Last night, we had the Dallas Mavericks, and Cooper Flagg made his NBA debut against the super alien Wemby, something I'd never seen before. I've never seen in my lifetime. I don't know if basketball's ever seen. Maybe since Ralph Sampson, we haven't seen anybody like Wemby. The night before the Lakers lose to the Warriors, that's fine. LeBron's out, 40 years old, still killing it. Hopefully, we will at least not have to play in the play-in. But the basketball season has officially begun, and I like the idea of playing defense, being on guard. Growing up, I loved basketball. And I love to pass, I love to dribble, I love to shoot. I love to move the ball around, love to grab an offensive rebound. But I really took pride in playing defense. I think to be great at leadership, you've got to always be on guard. I like this even as someone that follows the Bible, teaches the Bible. Clearly throughout the scriptures, we're called to be on guard. And so I want to talk to you today about 5 things in your leadership that you need to guard as a leader. Here's the first one. Number 1, guard your heart above everything else. Above all your ventures and all your creative expressions and everything you got going, guard your heart. Because if your heart is good, your life and your leadership will be good. But if your heart goes sideways, this whole thing goes sideways. So it's the whole thought that I've got to guard my heart from what? From discouragement, from offense, from ulterior motives, from greed. I've got to keep my heart in a healthy place, in a pure place, in a good place. A good heart. A good heart's like medicine. It's good for the soul. It's good for your team. It's good for your home. So I got to continue to do heart work, because if I don't, everything is contaminated. Everything is infested with weeds and thorns and bristles and all kinds of problems. And I just can't afford that in my leadership. And you can't either. And so number 1, guard your heart. Keep your heart good. I like that guarding your heart requires a little ADT, little Google Nest Cam, might require a little Ring Cam app, get you a Doberman pincher, get you whatever you got to do to guard your heart. Get some security cam footage on that thing. Do not let it go south or sideways. Number 2, guard your mouth. Shut your mouth. Nothing worse than a leader that talks too much. Let's use a proverb here. Even a whisperer separates the closest of friends. Let's go another one. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking. You need to guard your mouth, because loose lips sink ships. It's the bottom line. And so guard your mouth. I know you want to go off on somebody. I know you want to share the juicy gossip detail. I know you want to say a lot, but I'm telling you, even a fool looks wise when he is silent. Guard your mouth. And I know that we're all dealing with this desire to share a lot, overshare. But remember, this little member of your body, the tongue, can cause a great forest fire. This little rudder controls the future of your life. And so I want to put a premium on your words. You will eat from the fruit of your lips. The power of life and death are in the tongue. So get good at speaking well about others. Get good about saying the right things. A word in season will bring life and healing. Guard your mouth. So funny, the other day, my youngest comes right in. The oldest boy had just gotten in some trouble and needed to come in and fix one of his chores and so on and so forth. And the youngest comes in and says, "Dad, he just called you a name." I said, "Thank you for telling me." So, I bring in the oldest. I said, "Your brother just told me that you said this. Did you say this?" "Oh, yeah." He's in trouble now. And he's mad at his brother. "You're such a snitch. Snitches get stitches." I say, "Who are you going to give stitches to? You better calm down." And he got in even more trouble. Why did he get in trouble? Because he can't yet guard or control his tongue. He's going to learn through failure. And I hope you failed enough with running your mouth, saying inappropriate jokes, cussing out somebody, using your words in the wrong way. No, we use our words to build people, not hurt people. We want to build people up, not tear people down. So guard your mouth. Number 3, honor or guard the absentee. The person that's not sitting here, that can't defend themselves, that can't tell their side of the story. To be a great leader means that you have the ability to listen to both sides of the story. And somewhere in the middle is the truth. So honor or guard the absentee. Don't let people get bashed or trashed because they're not there to defend themselves. I think great leaders don't just stick up for themselves. They stick up for others. They are defenders of the what? The weak. Defender of the one that's not there. And I think that to me requires great moxie, great conviction, great value, great commitment and loyalty to friends that are not there to speak up for their side of the story. Be a great leader. Guard people that aren't present. Honor or guard the absentee. Number 4, guard the house. Guard your team. Guard your organization. For us, I lead. For me as a leader, I guard a house, a community. And I got to guard it from things that are coming in to disrupt it. Just like you would guard anything that's valuable. Anything that's valuable is worth guarding. I've got in my house one of those things you put in some belongings or maybe some cash, and you set a code and you put it all in there. And you why do you do that? Because if it's valuable, you try to guard it. When you get to a hotel room, they supply, what are they called? Oh, the safes, right? Because you put whatever's valuable in a safe place. Guard your team because we want it to be a safe place. Remember, the threat can come from the outside. It just can't come from the inside. So we're going to guard from the outside noise, outside clutter, outside critical voices, and we're going to make it a safe place. I'm not going to let what's going on out there tell me what's to do in here. I got to guard our values and our mission and what we're about. So whatever that looks like for you and your organization and your team, guard your house. Here's the last one. Number 5, guard your spirit. This is so important because I know you got tons of things to fix. Oh gosh, someone texted me this week. How do you feel? I said, so thankful, so excited, so discouraged, so frustrated. I feel all of those things at the exact same time. And I know there's tons of things to fix in my world and yours. But I can't do it with a defeated spirit. I can't do it with a crushed spirit. I've got to do it with the spirit of belief, the spirit of confidence, the spirit of peace. So in order to have the right spirit, I got to guard my spirit. So my encouragement to you is all the things that you're trying to fix right now. I know there's a laundry list. I know, and they're all valid. But fix them with the spirit of can do, with a winning mindset, a winning mentality, a can do spirit, rather than the spirit of frustration. Nobody likes being around a frustrated, cantankerous, always complaining leader. People love to be around winners. And when you are a winner, you attract winners. You attract who you are. And so as you attack your fix-it list, do it with a winning mindset and a winning attitude. We love you. Again, hit the subscribe button for us and let us know where you're leaning in from. But let me remind you, you're doing better than you think you are, and there are more people that are for you than there are that are against you. Leadership Lean In, Leaner Nation, we'll see you next time.